Welcome to World Fact Finder. In this episode, we will discuss 100 mind-blowing, random, and interesting facts about literally everything too weird to be true. Part 13. Let's get started. Number 1. Actor Leonard Nimoy once gave a cab ride to John F. Kennedy. The future president told the aspiring actor, "Lots of competition in your business, just like in mine. Just remember, there's always room for one more good one." Number 2. In order to advertise their services, prostitutes in ancient Greece wore sandals that left the words, "Follow me," imprinted in the dirt as they walked. Number 3. Nissan used the number 23 in motorsport racing because the number 2 translates to Nai and the number 3 translates to San. 23 translates to Nissan. Number 4. Due to human efforts, the ozone layer will recover to 1980 levels by 2050 and will be fully repaired by 2070. Number 5. When Edward I of England was coming back from the Ninth Crusade in 1272, he learned that his father had died and that he had been made the King of England. Instead of returning home to be crowned, Edward went on a leisurely trip to Italy and France for almost 2 years and only came back in 1274. Number 6. Robin Williams attended Juilliard School but dropped out in his junior year because his teacher, a renowned actor-producer, told him that there was nothing that he could learn from Juilliard that he didn't already know. Number 7. Pumpkins, watermelons, avocados, and bananas are all berries, while strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are not. Number 8. A project's bus factor denotes the number of people in a company who need to be run over by a bus to send the company into such disarray that it would not be able to proceed. Number 9. There is a one-hole golf course just meters south of the Korean DMZ, which is surrounded on 3 sides by minefields. There are reports that at least one shot exploded a landmine. Number 10. Whale milk has 30 to 50% fat content and often has the consistency of a toothpaste. Number 11. Will Purvis, who was convicted of murder in 1894 and had always maintained his innocence, told the jury he would live longer than the lot of them. He survived a hanging, was reincarcerated, and eventually pardoned and released. He died in 1938, 3 days after the last juror had died. Number 12. The Wright brothers achieved flight in a plane that cost roughly $1,000 to build. In the race to fly, they beat Samuel Pierpont Langley, Secretary of the Smithsonian, who failed to achieve a successful flight, despite having $50,000 of government funding put toward his attempts. Number 13. Frenchman Max Hervé Georges has an insurance policy that lets him trade stocks based on last week's prices. It's been called the stupidest contract ever signed and may end up with him owning the insurance company. Number 14. The Colossus of Rhodes, one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world, stood for a mere 50 years before it was destroyed by an earthquake. Its ruins stood and attracted visitors for way longer than the original statue, reportedly hundreds of years, before it was finally recycled for scrap metal. Number 15. When Romania made their Ice Hockey World Championship debut in 1931, they lost 0-15 to the USA. Their captain approached the referee after the game and asked him to write a message on the official game sheet. "Thank you for playing against us. We have learned a great deal from this game." Number 16. The highest temperature ever recorded in Canada, 45.0 degrees Celsius, is higher than any temperature ever recorded in either Brazil or Thailand. Number 17. A giant American wasp called the tarantula wasp has a sting so painful, one peer-reviewed journal advises anyone who gets stung to lie down and scream to avoid further injury. Number 18. The act of giving the key to the city is a continuation of a medieval practice where the cities would be locked at night, but someone given the key could come and go as they please, as an honor for something great done for the city. Number 19. Five-time Tour de France winner Miguel Indurain had a resting heart rate of just 28 beats per minute. The average person has a resting heart rate of about 60 beats per minute. Number 20. Austrian musical group called the Das Erste Wiener Gemüseorchester uses instruments made entirely from vegetables, and after the show, they use the vegetables to make soup. Number 21. Joe Arady was named happiest inmate on death row. He had an IQ of 46 and played with a toy train given to him by the warden. Due to his lack of understanding, he smiled on his way to the gas chamber. Number 22. In 2009, a Kansas City car dealer gave away a voucher for a free AK-47 with each truck purchased during a sale. Number 23. Drowning people cannot wave for help. Nature instinctively forces them to extend their arms laterally and press down on the water's surface. Pressing down on the surface of the water permits drowning people to leverage their bodies so they can lift their mouths out of the water to breathe. Number 24. Until 1993, the BT Tower was an official state secret, despite being a 177-meter tall structure in the middle of central London that was open to the public. Number 25. Mushrooms can create a slight breeze even when the air is calm. They release water vapor, cooling the air and creating a convective current that gets the air moving, carrying spores away from the parent. Number 26. In 1961, James Monaghan, co-founder of Domino's Pizza, traded his 50% stake in the company to his brother Tom for a used Volkswagen. Tom went on to sell his 93% for $1 billion. Number 27. In the early days of iTunes, Universal Music Group deducted artists' iTunes royalties for costs such as packaging and breakages on digital downloads. Eminem sued them. Number 28. Most of the predictions made by Nostradamus are false. They were riddled with a number of errors. He did not predict his own death correctly, as it was his secretary who edited it after his death. Number 29. A researcher in the 1970s blindfolded participants and told them they were going to play tug-of-war against another team. When they were told they had 3 others pulling with them, they pulled 18% less strenuously than when they were told they were alone. The effect is now known as social loafing. Number 30. When PayPal was started, they gave $20 to everyone that made an account and $20 for every person they referred. This cost them $60 to $70 million, but they had 100,000 customers in the month PayPal went online. Number 31. Clint Eastwood booted Philip Cotham as director of The Outlaw Josie Wales, 1976, and assumed the job himself. In response, the Directors Guild of America created the Eastwood Rule that prohibits an actor or producer from firing the director and then becoming the director himself. Number 32. Bob Marley's wife, Rita, was shot in the head during his attempted assassination. However, she had dreadlocks so thick, they saved her life. Number 33. Scientists in Berlin asked adults to play Super Mario 64 over a period of 2 months for 30 minutes a day. The group showed increases of gray matter, demonstrating the direct causal link between video gaming and a volumetric brain increase. Number 34. South Korea. Despite having completed the transition to digital broadcast ATSC in 2012, still maintains analog broadcast near its borders for North Koreans watching South Korean TV secretly. Number 35. The Type AB personality theory was actually invented by the cigarette industry in the 1950s to prove coronary heart disease and cancer were risks related to high-stress personality types instead of tobacco use. Number 36. Coffee flour is made from coffee cherries, the discarded fruit surrounding the coffee bean. In spite of being high in fiber and protein, 75% of it is discarded post-coffee production. Number 37. The bananas we buy in stores and supermarkets are genetically identical clones, all descended from one banana. These bananas are seedless and sterile. Natural bananas are short, fat, and have huge seeds. Number 38. Frosting is a buttery, thick coating for a cake, while icing is a sugary, thin glaze that hardens when dry. Number 39. The eastern part of Laos was so heavily bombed during the Vietnam War that most people can supplement their income by collecting scrap metal 40 years later, and some completely rely on it. Number 40. Compared to average shoppers, chefs are more likely to buy generic store brands for sugar, baking soda, and other kitchen staples. Number 41. Lofoten, an island in Norway that lies at 68 degrees north, well within the Arctic Circle, that has an extreme temperature anomaly. Summers are warm, and winter temperatures rarely pass below the freezing point. Number 42. Before a hurricane, Walmart will fill their stores with strawberry Pop-Tarts. This is a result of their data mining and finding that stores sold 7 times more strawberry Pop-Tarts before the storm. Number 43. A snail spent years glued to a card in the British Museum before they realized it was alive. Number 44. In the 1870s, William Shanks spent 15 years of his life calculating pi to 707 places by hand. However, the last few years were wasted as he made a mistake after the 527th digit. Number 45. During World War II, the code word for Hitler was crazy white man for the Comanche code talkers. Number 46. Mr. Rogers' parents adopted an African-American teenager named George. Rogers came to consider George his older brother, and George later became an instructor for the Tuskegee Airmen of World War II and also taught Rogers how to fly. Number 47. In 2001, DEA attempted to ban glow sticks from parties by labeling them as drug paraphernalia. Number 48. In 1859, English settler Thomas Austin released only 24 rabbits onto his property in Australia, stating, "The introduction of a few rabbits could do little harm and might provide a touch of home, in addition to a spot of hunting." By the 1920s, the population of rabbits in Australia reached 10 billion. Number 49. Claire Cameron Patterson, the man who figured out how old planet Earth really is, was the same man who discovered worldwide environmental lead contamination, which eventually led to leaded gasoline's banning. Number 50. During his time as a congressman and later the U.S. president, John F. Kennedy donated all of his salaries to charity. Number 51. Samuel L. Jackson's performance as a crackhead in the movie Jungle Fever was so acclaimed that the 1991 Cannes Film Festival created a special Supporting Actor Award just for him. Number 52. The word retarded came into popular use during the 1960s because it was considered far less offensive and more politically correct than labeling someone a moron, idiot, or imbecile. Number 53. The book Walden by Henry David Thoreau is often seen as a Bible for self-sufficiency enthusiasts. However, while many picture Thoreau as a hermit in the woods, his cabin on the lake was about a mile from town, where he would often go to visit his mother, who did his laundry for him. Number 54. Seth MacFarlane once had to show an early episode of Family Guy to a pair of rabbis because Fox executives thought it was anti-Semitic. Despite the rabbis' approval, it wasn't broadcasted for 3 years after it was completed. Number 55. In 1923, a jockey named Frank Hayes suffered a fatal heart attack and died mid-race. His body remained on the horse and crossed the finish line in first place. He had never won a race before in his life. Number 56. Kevin Mitnick, as a hacker, was believed to be so dangerous that he was placed in solitary confinement for fear of being able to start a thermonuclear war by whistling into a payphone. Number 57. During the American Revolution, many untrained American soldiers used bayonets only to cook meat over fires rather than using them for close combat. After receiving bayonet combat training from a Prussian general, the American Army was able to win an entire battle without firing a shot. Number 58. The poison from Dieffenbachia, aka mother-in-law plant, can cause temporary inability to speak. Number 59. Dalmatians used to run alongside horse-drawn fire trucks, acting as a barking siren to clear crowds. This is the reason for their positive reputation with firefighters. Number 60. Dragonflies are one of the most efficient killers in nature, capturing their prey more than 95% of the time. Number 61. More than 90% of the monarch butterfly population has vanished in the last 25 years. Number 62. In 1944, British submitted a full plan to kill Hitler during one of his routine, solitary walks. It was never carried out because Hitler was such a poor strategist that British realized his replacement could do a better job of defending from the Allies if he died. Number 63. Winston Churchill found so much enjoyment and relaxation in laying bricks that he even joined and paid dues in the Bricklayers' Union. He even inquired in a letter, "Is there a rule regulating the number of bricks which a man may lay a day? And what are the restrictions on overtime?" Number 64. For months after returning from long stays in space, some astronauts will still let go of an object in midair, fully expecting it to float. Number 65. Soon after the Japanese attacks on Pearl Harbor, Ed McMahon enlisted in the Marine Corps and entered flight training. Though unable to enter combat in World War II, he flew 85 combat missions in the Korean War and earned 6 air medals. He retired in 1966 with the rank of colonel. Number 66. Motion sickness occurs due to confusion between perceived movement and actual movement. The brain's conclusion is that one of the senses is hallucinating due to poison ingestion, and thus the brain induces vomiting to clear the supposed toxin. Number 67. Deuterium, one of the ingredients for nuclear fusion, is readily found in seawater and viewed as a potential fuel for a fusion reactor. A gallon of seawater can produce as much energy as 300 gallons of gasoline. Number 68. The American government had a conscience fund, where people could send money if they felt guilty. The largest sum ever received was in 1909, when someone mailed in $18,669, $490,000 in 2015. Number 69. The 1982 movie Poltergeist used real skeletons as props because they were cheaper than plastic skeletons. Number 70. The Voyager missions were timed to take advantage of a unique planetary arrangement that allowed flight time to Neptune to be reduced from 30 years to 12. This alignment occurs once every 175 years. Number 71. Charles Darwin and Joseph Hooker started the world's first terraforming project on Ascension Island in 1850. The project has turned an arid volcanic wasteland into a self-sustaining and self-reproducing ecosystem made completely of foreign plants from all over the world. Number 72. During the Greece's fight for independence in 1826 to 27, a Turkish garrison in Acropolis was besieged by Greek fighters. When the Turks ran low on bullets, they began to cut the marble columns to use the lead within as bullets. The Greeks sent them ammunition, saying, "Here are bullets. Don't touch the columns." Number 73. A company named Ray's Sausage spent over $20,000 in improvements to their sausage-making business, Cleveland, Ohio, due to constant complaints about foul odors. But the odors were actually coming from the rotting victims of serial killer Anthony Sowell. Number 74. Yakshaving is the term for getting sidetracked by multiple other tasks before finally being able to complete what you originally started out to do. Number 75. The pilot episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog was nominated for an Oscar. Number 76. The Federal Trade Commission states that your eye care provider must give you a copy of your contact lens and eyeglass prescriptions, whether or not you ask for them. Number 77. During the production of Revenge of the Sith, George Lucas came into work one day with a cough and decided that it would be amusing to record it and use it on the new Episode 3 villain, General Grievous. Number 78. During the Vietnam War, a South Vietnamese Air Force pilot stole a Chinook helicopter to save his family and friends. He flew them to the American destroyer Kirk and found that the landing deck was too small for the Chinook. Therefore, he hovered the Chinook just above the deck and dropped everyone aboard onto the ship's deck. He then rolled the Chinook onto its side and jumped into the sea. He and everyone on board survived. Number 79. The only recorded instance of a cavalry capturing an enemy's ships occurred in the unusually cold winter of 1795, when most of the waterways in northern Europe froze over, and the French cavalry was able to charge out onto a frozen port to capture the Dutch fleet stranded there. Number 80. Astronauts discard their clothes after each use. Since it costs about $10,000 to get 1 pound of cargo to the ISS, it is more cost-effective for them to discard their cloths when they get dirty, instead of wasting water by washing them. Number 81. It is optimal for your lithium-ion smartphone battery to top it off and keep its charge between 40 to 80%, rather than let it drain to 0% and charge it all the way up. Number 82. In 2008, Daniel Day-Lewis knelt down on stage for Helen Mirren to knight him with his Oscar for There Will Be Blood, claiming, "That's the closest I'll ever come to getting a knighthood." Lewis was officially bestowed knighthood 6 years later for his contribution to the theater and cinema. Number 83. In 2002, USA passed a law allowing it to invade Netherlands to prevent U.S. military personnel to be tried by the International Criminal Court. Number 84. Cosmonaut Sergei Krikalev was in space when the Soviet Union was dissolved. He went up a Soviet citizen and returned a Russian citizen. Number 85. In the 13th century, in order to discover which language humans would speak naturally, Frederick II, Emperor of Germany, placed 50 newborns in the care of nurses who would only feed and bathe the babies but not speak or hold them. The emperor never got an answer because all of the infants died. Number 86. The burnt remains of Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun were destroyed in 1970 by order of KGB head Yuri Andropov, except for a few fragments of bone and skull, which were rediscovered in 1993. In 2009, DNA testing by University of Connecticut on the fragments confirmed they didn't belong to Hitler or Braun. Number 87. The Weber Natural Swimming Pool in Minneapolis, Minnesota, is a natural swimming pool. It is a self-contained swimming vessel that uses plants and natural microbes from a nearby regeneration pond to clarify and purify the water instead of chemicals for sterilization or disinfection. Number 88. The towns from Ghost Whisperer, Gremlins, Bruce Almighty, Back to the Future, Falling Skies, and the first episode of The Twilight Zone, and much more, are all the same set, which is known as Courthouse Square. Number 89. The word honeymoon originated from the tradition of giving newlyweds a month's supply of mead on their wedding night. Number 90. If a child loses their fingertip, it may sometimes grow back, nail, bone, and all, though without a fingerprint. Number 91. Coffee loses caffeine as it is roasted, so a dark, bold cup of coffee actually has less caffeine than a lighter roast. Number 92. In 2013, a researcher at University of Washington managed the first human-to-human brain interface through the internet by wearing a cap and playing a video game. When he wanted to shoot a missile, he thought fire, and another researcher's finger across the campus moved involuntarily and pressed the fire button. Number 93. The secret blend of 11 herbs and spices that made KFC famous is sold by Marion K. Spices under the name 99X. Number 94. Capital letters were stored in the upper tray for typefaces used in letterpress printing. This is why they're called uppercase. Number 95. In August 2013, Google went down for 5 minutes and, as a result, took 40% of all internet traffic with it. Number 96. Midway through the Great Irish Famine, 1845 to 1849, a group of Choctaw Indians collected $710 and sent it to help the starving Irish. It had been just 16 years since the Choctaw people had experienced the Trail of Tears and faced their own starvation. Number 97. New Zealand will deny people residency visas if they have too high of a BMI, and there have been cases of people being rejected because of their weight. Number 98. A Roman soldier who survived the 3 of Rome's greatest defeats at Ticinus, Trasimene, and Cannae went on to lead the army that defeated Hannibal. We know him as Scipio Africanus. Number 99. Amelia Dyer is one of the most prolific serial killers in history. She is estimated to have killed 400 children. Number 100. While writing Hot Fuzz, Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright referred to the supermarket manager, Simon Skinner, as being played by a Timothy Dalton-type actor before thinking to ask Dalton himself to be in the film. To their surprise, Dalton had loved Shaun of the Dead and signed on for the role. Thanks for watching. Like and comment if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss the next interesting facts. See you in our next video.